Welcome to today's presentation. Let's take a closer look at what empowerment really means. Essentially, empowerment is about increasing both the authority and responsibility that individuals or groups have. It's about giving them the power to make their own choices. But it's not just about choosing, it's also about transforming those choices into real actions. And ultimately, those actions should lead to the outcomes they desire. This process is crucial because it enables people to take ownership of their work and their decisions, which in turn drives motivation and innovation. When we talk about empowerment in the context of this presentation, we're really emphasizing how important it is for fostering a proactive, engaged, and accountable environment. So, understanding this definition helps us appreciate why empowering others is such a fundamental part of effective leadership and organizational success. Women's empowerment is a multifaceted concept, and on this slide, we're focusing on 5 key components that are essential to understanding and promoting it. First, we have women's sense of self-worth. It's about how women see themselves and their value, which is fundamental for confidence and agency. Next, their right to have and determine choices. That's about autonomy and being able to make decisions that affect their lives without undue influence. Then, there's access to opportunities and resources. This means ensuring women can reach education, healthcare, jobs, and financial services, things that enable them to thrive. The fourth component is about women's power to control their own lives, both within the home and outside of it. This encompasses independence and the ability to shape their personal and professional paths. Finally, women's influence on social change is vital. It's about their capacity to help steer societal progress toward a more just social and economic order, not just locally, but globally. When we look at empowerment this way, we see it's not just an individual issue, but a broader movement toward equity and justice across all spheres of life. This framework ties into the overall theme of fostering a world where women truly have equal rights and opportunities. Women empowerment is a vital concept that focuses on increasing various aspects of strength among women. When we talk about empowerment, we're referring to boosting their spiritual, political, social, educational, gender, and economic capacities. It's about enabling women to participate fully and equally in all areas of life. By strengthening these areas, we help women gain independence, confidence, and a voice within their communities. This, in turn, fosters more inclusive and balanced societies. Throughout this presentation, you'll see how empowering women is not just a moral imperative, but also a key driver of overall development. So, understanding and supporting women's empowerment is essential for building a better future for everyone. Let's take a closer look at women in India. As of 2011, the total population of the country was about 1.21 billion people. To put that into perspective, that's almost equal to the combined populations of the United States, Indonesia, Brazil, Pakistan, Bangladesh, and Japan altogether. It's a staggering number that really highlights the scale of India's demographic landscape. Now, focusing specifically on women, their population was approximately 586.5 million, which makes up about 48.5% of the total population. This nearly equal split between men and women is quite significant when we think about gender dynamics and social structures. Understanding these numbers is crucial because they set the context for many of the challenges and opportunities women face in India today. It underscores the importance of addressing gender-specific issues within such a vast and diverse population. This data forms a foundation for our broader discussion on women's roles, rights, and empowerment in India. Let's start by looking at some important statistics about women in rural areas. About 66% of the female population in these regions remains unutilized, mainly because of existing social customs that restrict their opportunities. Despite these barriers, women play a crucial role in agriculture and animal care, contributing around 90% of the total workforce in these sectors. It's also important to note that women make up almost half of the overall population, yet they perform nearly 2/3 of the world's work hours. However, despite their hard work, they receive only about 1/10 of the world's income and own less than 1/100th of the world's property. When we look at illiteracy, Women outnumber men 2 to 1 among the 900 million people worldwide who are illiterate. And perhaps most strikingly, 70% of people living in poverty are women. These figures highlight significant gender disparities and underscore the importance of empowering women as a key part of addressing broader development challenges. Recognizing these gaps helps us see where efforts are needed to create more equitable opportunities for women everywhere. Let's talk about the economic independence of women, which is a crucial aspect of their overall empowerment. When we look at work participation, about 25.63% of women are engaged in the workforce. While that may seem like a modest figure, it's important to understand the context behind it. A significant portion of women, around 80%, are working in unorganized sectors, which often means they lack formal protections or benefits. This highlights the informal nature of much women's work and the challenges they face in achieving economic security. Additionally, if we consider the situation back in 2009, only about 33% of women aged 15 and above were considered economically active. This indicates that a large percentage of women are either not participating in the workforce or are constrained by social and economic factors. Overall, these numbers emphasize the need to improve women's access to organized employment opportunities and foster an environment where their economic independence can flourish, which ties directly into the broader theme of women's empowerment and equality. Now, let's take a closer look at the employment distribution among women. The majority of employed women, about 59%, are engaged in agricultural work. This is a significant figure, highlighting how central agriculture is to women's employment in this context. If we compare that to men, only around 33% are engaged in agriculture, which shows a notable difference in how labor is distributed between genders. When we look at other sectors, women are more involved in roles like service work and production, but these make up smaller percentages, around 7% for service and 22% for production. Interestingly, only a small fraction of women are in professional or sales roles, each just 7 and 4% respectively, which suggests that most women are concentrated in agriculture and related activities. This distribution underscores the importance of agriculture for women's livelihoods and connects to the broader theme of gender roles and economic participation in our society. Let's take a closer look at women at the decision-making level. As you can see, there's been a noticeable increase in women's participation in elections over the years. This is an important indicator of progress towards gender equality in political representation. Specifically, the proportion of women voters has risen significantly. Currently, about 58.2% of women turn out to vote, which is quite encouraging. If we compare this to earlier figures, such as the 48% turnout in 2014, we can see a clear upward trend. This reflects greater political awareness and engagement among women. These developments are crucial because increased participation at the voting level can lead to more women holding decision-making positions in governance. Overall, these numbers highlight how efforts to promote women's involvement are making a real difference, aligning with our broader theme of empowering women and fostering inclusive democracy. So, why is women empowerment so critically needed today? Well, if we look back at history, and unfortunately, even now, women faced numerous challenges that hindered their growth and independence. One of the biggest issues has always been gender discrimination, where women were treated as inferior just because of their gender. Education for women was often ignored or undervalued, limiting their opportunities and potential. Then there's the heartbreaking issue of female infanticide, where girls were deliberately killed simply because they were girls, a tragic reflection of deep-rooted societal biases. Another persistent problem is dowry, which has led to exploitation and violence against women. Marriage within the same caste and child marriages are still common in many areas, restricting women's choices and subjecting them to early and often harmful commitments. And we cannot ignore the atrocities women face every day, being raped, kicked, killed, subdued, or humiliated. These are serious issues that highlight how vulnerable women remain in many parts of society. All these problems underscore the urgent need for women's empowerment. It's about creating a society where women are treated equally, given the same opportunities, and protected from violence and discrimination. Only then can we truly move towards a fair and just world for everyone. Now, let's delve into the need for women's empowerment. As we see, women are often deprived of several fundamental rights and freedoms. For instance, their decision-making power is frequently limited, which affects their ability to shape their own lives. Similarly, many women lack freedom of movement, meaning they may not be able to go where they want or participate fully in society. Access to education remains a major challenge, preventing women from gaining the knowledge and skills they need to thrive. Employment opportunities are also often restricted, limiting economic independence. Exposure to media is another area where women are underrepresented, which impacts their visibility and voice in society. Lastly, domestic violence remains a harsh reality for many women, highlighting the urgent need for change. Addressing these issues is essential for creating a more equitable society where women can fully participate and thrive. Let's talk about the ways we can empower women. First, there are changes in women's mobility and social interaction. When women have greater freedom to move around and connect with others, it opens up new opportunities for personal growth and community participation. This shift helps break down social barriers and promotes equality. Next, we see changes in women's labor patterns. More women are entering diverse fields and taking on different roles in the workforce. This not only boosts economic independence, but also challenges traditional gender roles, fostering a more inclusive society. Then, there's access to and control over resources. When women gain more control over land, finances, and other resources, they can make decisions that directly impact their lives and their families. This empowerment is crucial because it enables women to be active participants in economic and social development. Finally, changes in women's control over decisions are vital. When women have a say in household, community, and national decisions, it leads to more balanced and inclusive governance. Empowering women in decision-making processes ensures that their perspectives and needs are recognized and addressed. Altogether, these changes are interconnected and fundamental to advancing gender equality. They help create a society where women can truly thrive and contribute fully. Let's talk about some key ways to empower women. First, providing education is absolutely crucial. Education opens doors, broadens horizons, and gives women the tools they need to succeed. Next, encouraging self-employment and forming self-help groups can really foster independence. When women have their own sources of income, they gain confidence and decision-making power. Providing basic needs like proper nutrition, healthcare, sanitation, and housing is also vital. Meeting these fundamental needs creates a strong foundation for women to thrive. But beyond these practical steps, society as a whole needs to change its mentality towards women. We must challenge stereotypes and promote respect and equality. Finally, encouraging women to develop their skills in areas they excel at and supporting them to build careers is essential. When women are empowered to pursue their passions and talents, they not only improve their own lives, but also contribute significantly to society. All these strategies together help create an environment where women can truly flourish and realize their full potential. Non-governmental organizations, or NGOs, are really playing a crucial role in empowering women today. It's quite inspiring to see how, just a few years after India gained independence, the government took a significant step forward. They established the Central Social Welfare Board, which acts as an umbrella organization for the voluntary sector. This board supports over 10,000 NGOs across the country, which is a huge network working tirelessly to make a difference. These NGOs focus on helping women become self-reliant through various programs. For example, they offer socioeconomic initiatives that aim to improve women's living standards, as well as vocational training that equips women with skills to earn a livelihood. Other similar programs are designed to foster independence and confidence among women, aligning perfectly with the overall theme of women's empowerment. It's important to recognize how these collaborations between government and NGOs create a broader impact, fostering an environment where women can stand on their own feet and contribute meaningfully to society. Now, let's look at the role of the government in empowering women. The Department of Women and Child Development has been actively implementing special programs aimed at holistic development and empowerment. The main focus has always been on improving women's socioeconomic status, which is crucial for their overall well-being. Over time, there have been policy shifts to better align these programs with changing needs, ensuring a sharper focus on women's development. One of the key initiatives is the Support to Training cum Employment for Women, or STEP, launched back in 1987. Its goal was to strengthen skills and create more employment opportunities for women living below the poverty line, especially in traditional sectors like agriculture and small animal husbandry, areas where women are employed on a large scale. Another important program is Swayamsitha, launched in March 2001, which focuses on self-employment and entrepreneurship development for women. Then, there's the Swashakti Empowerment Project, initiated in October 1998, aimed at fostering women's empowerment through various community-based activities. All these initiatives collectively underline how the government has been proactive in supporting women's socioeconomic progress. They reflect a strategic approach to address specific challenges and promote sustainable development for women across the country. Today, I will be discussing some of the key women empowerment programs that are making a significant impact. First, we have Swayamsitha, which focuses on empowering women through various skill development initiatives. Then, there's the Swashakti Project, aimed at strengthening women's capabilities and promoting self-reliance. Next is the Support to Training and Employment Program for Women, or STEP, which provides training and employment opportunities to women, helping them achieve financial independence. We also have Swalamban, a program dedicated to fostering entrepreneurship among women, encouraging them to start their own ventures. Additionally, we recognize the importance of creches and daycare centers, which support children of working and ailing mothers, enabling women to work with peace of mind. There are also hostels specifically for working women, offering safe and affordable accommodation. Moving on, the Swadhar scheme provides support for women in difficult circumstances, helping them rebuild their lives. Lastly, the Rashtriya Mahila Kosh, or RMK, is a financial institution that offers microcredit to women, facilitating their economic empowerment. All these programs collectively aim to create a supportive environment for women to thrive, contribute to society, and achieve their full potential. Swayamsitha, also known as Indira Mahila Yajna, is the flagship program of the Ministry of Women and Child Development. Its main goal is the holistic empowerment of women across the country. This scheme was launched in 2001, which was designated as Women Empowerment Year, to mark the importance of empowering women. What makes Swayamsitha particularly impactful is that it's an integrated project. It focuses on developing women through self-help groups, or SHGs, which serve as a platform for women to come together, support each other, and grow. The scheme emphasizes providing women with access to microenterprises, helping them develop financial independence and self-reliance. To date, around 10 lakh women have become members of these SHGs under this scheme. That's a significant number, showing how widespread and inclusive this initiative has become. Overall, Swayamsitha aims to foster empowerment by promoting economic participation, social inclusion, and leadership among women, aligning with the larger goal of transforming their lives and communities. The Swamshakti Project, which was earlier known as the Rural Women's Development and Empowerment Project, was sanctioned in October 1998. This scheme is centrally sponsored, meaning it is supported and funded by the central government, and it aims to empower rural women across several states. Specifically, it was implemented in states like Bihar, Chhattisgarh, Gujarat, Haryana, Jharkhand, Karnataka, Madhya Pradesh, Uttaranchal, and Uttar Pradesh. The core idea here is to focus on rural women's development, helping them gain greater socioeconomic empowerment. This project ties into our overall theme of women's empowerment by illustrating how targeted initiatives can make a significant difference in rural areas, fostering sustainable development and gender equality. Now, let's talk about the Support to Training and Employment Program for Women, or STEP. This initiative is designed to empower women, especially those who are poor and assetless, by providing them with updated skills and new knowledge. The goal is to help these women become more self-sufficient and improve their livelihoods. The program targets 8 traditional sectors of employment, which are vital to our economy and culture. These include agriculture, animal husbandry, dairying, fisheries, handlooms, handcrafts, khadi and village industries, and sericulture. By focusing on these sectors, STEP aims to enhance the skills of women working in these fields, enabling them to increase productivity, innovate, and access new markets. This not only supports their individual growth, but also contributes to the overall development of rural communities. So, in essence, STEP is about equipping women with the tools they need to thrive in traditional industries, ensuring they are not left behind in our economic progress. It aligns perfectly with our overall theme of inclusive growth and women's empowerment. Now, let's talk about the Swadhar scheme. This was launched in 2001-2002 as a central sector scheme. Its main aim is to provide holistic and integrated services to women who are in difficult circumstances. Essentially, it recognizes the multifaceted challenges these women face and offers comprehensive support to help them rebuild their lives. Moving on, in the same year, 2001, the government introduced the National Policy for the Empowerment of Women. The core goal of this policy is to promote the overall advancement, development, and empowerment of women across all sectors. When we connect these points, it's clear that both the scheme and the policy emphasize a holistic approach, focusing on not just immediate relief, but also long-term empowerment. They are part of a broader effort to create an environment where women can realize their full potential and participate equally in society. This aligns perfectly with our overall theme of promoting gender equality and empowering women at every level. Rashtriya Mahila Kosh, also known as the National Credit Fund for Women, was established as a registered society under the Societies Registration Act of 1860 on March 30, 1993. Its main aim is to provide credit support or microfinance to poor women, helping them start income-generating activities. These activities include sectors like dairy farming, agriculture, shopkeeping, vending, and handicrafts. The idea is to empower women economically and help them become self-sufficient. For example, in the year 2003-04, a significant amount of Rs. 25 crore was sanctioned through RMK, which benefited many women entrepreneurs. This initiative aligns with our overall goal of promoting women's empowerment and economic development through accessible financial resources. UNIFEM is the Women's Fund at the United Nations. It plays a crucial role in supporting women's empowerment and promoting gender equality worldwide. It provides both financial and technical assistance, which means it not only offers funding, but also expertise and strategic guidance. The focus is on innovative programs and strategies that can make a real difference in women's lives. By supporting these initiatives, UNIFEM helps to foster positive change and advance women's rights globally. This ties into the overall theme of empowering women and creating more equitable societies. Today, I want to talk about 4 strategic areas that UNIFEM has pinpointed as critical for achieving gender equality and empowering women. These areas are vital because they directly address some of the most persistent challenges women face worldwide. First, reducing feminized poverty is essential, as poverty disproportionately affects women, limiting their opportunities and access to resources. Next, ending violence against women is a fundamental step towards ensuring safety and dignity for all women. The third area focuses on reversing the spread of HIV/AIDS among women and girls, recognizing that women are often more vulnerable and need targeted interventions. Lastly, achieving gender equality and democratic governance is crucial, both in times of peace and conflict, because women's full participation in decision-making processes leads to more inclusive and just societies. These four areas are interconnected and form the foundation for meaningful progress in gender equality, aligning with our overall goal of creating a world where women have equal rights and opportunities everywhere. Every year around the world, we celebrate International Women's Day on March 8th. It's a day dedicated to recognizing the incredible achievements of women across the globe. But the celebrations don't stop there. There are thousands of events happening throughout the month of March, all aimed at highlighting women's contributions in economic, political, and social spheres. These events serve as powerful reminders of how far we've come and how much more there is to do. This year's theme is especially meaningful: gender equality today for a sustainable tomorrow. It emphasizes that achieving gender equality isn't just a moral imperative, it's essential for creating a sustainable future for everyone. When women have equal opportunities and rights, the entire society benefits, fostering innovation, resilience, and growth. So, as we reflect on this theme, let's think about how our actions today can drive progress toward equality, ensuring a better, more sustainable world for generations to come. So, to wrap things up, let's focus on the key takeaways here. Women make up half of the world's population, which is a huge and vital part of our global community. Yet, gender inequality is something that we see everywhere, no matter the country or culture. It's a universal issue. And what does that mean for us? Well, until women are given the same opportunities as men, entire societies will be holding back their true potential. It's not just a women's issue, it's a societal issue. When everyone has equal access to education, jobs, and leadership roles, we all benefit. The most urgent thing we need right now is a shift in social attitudes toward women. We need to challenge and change perceptions, stereotypes, and biases. Only then can we create a future where gender equality is the norm, not the exception. This ties back to our overall theme of empowering change and fostering a more inclusive world. Because when we address these attitudes, we're paving the way for real progress that benefits everyone. This slide doesn't contain enough information. That's why we're moving to the next slide.